Aloha. I wanted to do this video about your feelings about emotional addiction, because if you've been following me for a while, or you're on my site, or you probably heard my message that you're emotionally addicted to the feeling of struggling with your weight. So what is that? What is emotional addiction? It's a feeling that feels normal to you. It feels like that's who you are. It feels, you don't even notice it. It's so subtle. The feeling of struggling with your weight, the feeling of disappointment that things don't work out. Exercise doesn't work for me. You can't maintain a diet. First of all, that's a whole nother video that I'll do. But this one's on your emotions. Your emotions feel like who you are, but they're not who you are. And here's another thing, they're not even real. You can't give the feeling of frustrated that you can't lose weight to somebody. You can't say, here is frustrated I can't lose weight, and you can't wrap it up in a nice bow. You can't, it doesn't smell like anything. You can't touch it, there's no texture. It's not a real thing. It only lives in your head and in your mind, and it comes from something in the past that created this feeling that you're not good enough. This feeling that there's something wrong with you and there's something you need to fix. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that you need to fix. The only thing is to move toward complete acceptance of that feeling that you have and go, okay, this feeling of frustrated I can't lose weight, okay, I feel you. I know that you're here. What age is that feeling? What age are you? Where are you coming from? This has lived in my body for a really long time. Frustrated I can't lose weight. You know, what age are you? And you get to know it, and then you say, okay, you're here, and then you breathe life into it. Your breath is life. You know, we can live without food for like 30 plus days, something like that. We can live without water for about maybe 4 or 5 days, maybe a week. We can live without breath for a few minutes. Your breath is life. So you breathe breath into that feeling, and you breathe into it, and you let it be there. If you do that, and you don't make it wrong, and you don't try to argue with it, or you don't try to fix it, and you just breathe into that. Hey, you've been here for a really long time, feeling frustrated that I can't lose weight. You've been here a long time. Okay, it's okay, you're here. And you breathe life into it. You're, 5 years old, 8 years old. Okay, you're here, it's okay. You breathe life into it, it'll start to dissolve. You'll start to feel it shift. And that's exactly the first start. That's the first start. It's acceptance, it's knowing it's there. Don't try to fix it, don't try to make it wrong. Just let it be, and it'll start to dissolve. And you can realize that that feeling is not who you are. It's an emotional conditioning that you feel normal with, that feels like that's who you are, but it's not. So try that practice on. Breathe life into these emotions that you don't like. Breathe life into these emotions that you want to fix about yourself. There's nothing to fix, okay? There's nothing to fix. You're on a human journey, you're having a human experience, you're emotionally addicted to these feelings because they feel like that's who you are, and they come from a time when you needed love and you weren't getting it. So be kind to yourself. Acknowledge these feelings, don't make them wrong, don't try to fix them. Breathe into them and see what happens. It'll absolutely start to change your life. All right, aloha everybody. If this information has touched your heart and you want more tips on how to live in a body that you love, please subscribe to my channel below.